Hi everybody, it's Psychic Ben here. Now, I'm going to disclose to you right at the very start that I don't intend to hurt anybody when I make my videos here. That's not what it's for. It's actually to help people with factual information, and if I hurt people in the process, I'm not going to be held accountable for that. It's actually your responsibility with what you take on as a person. It's no one else's fault, it's no one else's responsibility. It's actually your fault for what you take on. It's my fault for what I take on. If I get offended in public, if I hold on to it, that's my problem. It's not the other person's problem. It's actually my problem. So I owe it to myself to have a neutral perspective about that sort of criticism and look at it constructively if ever I do look at it and not ignore it. Most of it is just negative stuff that you really do need to ignore. That's wisdom for you. It's usually not about you as much as it is about the other person, although you attracted that person's criticism for a reason. Perhaps it's because you don't love yourself. Perhaps that's why you're attracting those types of people. Perhaps that's why you're always in repeat relationships with people that were like your mother or father, because you haven't learned to stand on your own 2 feet, or you haven't learned to love yourself. That is unfortunately your baggage, I suppose I could call it, or your problem. That's work for you to do with whatever you. If you're not sure, pray. If you're not sure, book a reading with me. If you're not sure, journal. Journaling's very good for self reflection and for uncovering answers. Your spirit guides also help you with journaling. That's one I haven't mentioned, but I used to do that for quite a long time. Not so much anymore, but for a while I did do that. I found it to be therapeutic and helpful. So you can't really look at anyone else and say, well, it's their fault why I'm not happy, or it's their fault why this has happened to me, or it's their fault. Uh, Look, it might be true, but for you to move forward and have a happy future, you do need to forgive, and that just means to move on. It doesn't sound empathetic, but it's actually the truth. If you don't do that, it will keep hurting you. So forgiveness is actually not as much about the other person, it's about you, so you can move on. So yeah, I can't be held responsible for anyone I hurt because I'm not intending to hurt anyone. If I was intending to hurt people deliberately, God would have a problem with me about that, and He would also have a problem with you about that. If you're not doing it deliberately, look, it's ignorance if you do it in the process, and it's not ideal. That probably just means you have to raise your vibration a little bit. That's all that means. But if you do it deliberately, that's not good at all, and God won't look at you favourably for that, nor would He with me. He just expects that you're trying your best. So that's all I have to say. The law of responsibility is what they talk about as one of the first fundamental rules in spirituality, where you are responsible for your own vibration. And you get good at that by the law of platform, which is about helping people, or about just soldiering on with what you desire and want to do, which is what's in your soul plan. Your soul plan's not to be submissive, it's actually to do what you want to do. So if you're interested in mathematics, like I am interested in it, and that's why they keep bringing it up, that's fine. You can do that, but it's not the only thing I'm interested in. I actually take bits and pieces from everywhere. That's why I'm interested in multiple things, not just one thing. So we'll see how the future turns out. I don't think it should be a blanket rule for a person. I think you take bits and pieces from everywhere that you then apply to your portfolio. So just keep that in mind. You want to live a fluid existence. It's the happiest existence. So just use your common sense and your wisdom, and you'll be on your way. Cheers. Yeah, Christina's saying you're a Lily Soon, a wanking baby faggot, which that's criticism that I tend to not take on. Um, she is my twin flame. I don't know why she keeps saying it, because I don't think I am Lily Sooner. I think I'm my own person, but she just wants me to acknowledge Lily Sooner. And if she gets hurt by my videos again, I can't really control that. It's not really my problem or my fault. She can make her own bed, and she can learn from my wisdom in that it's not about you, it's about another person's existence. And I'm trying to teach people with what I do, which is spirituality. So it's not intended to hurt people in the process. It's meant to be a factual platform that helps people, and I have to be honest and transparent in my delivery for that to be its most effective. So if if other people are hurt in the process. Look, I could use that argument and say, well, people hurt me. There's heaps of people that disrespect me. I've had to learn to just accept that a lot of that isn't true. She's actually on the right path for herself, and she is helping people. It might not be to God's standard, because not all of us are to God's standard. God is helping people unconditionally 100% of the time. We as humans are trying our best in helping people with how we know how to do it. Usually that is the right way. Usually that is in our individual soul plan. Usually that is good enough, as long as you're not hurting people, and just learn and try better is all he expects anyway. So that's all I have to put out there. That's my wisdom to your wisdom. Thank you for listening.